I would like to first of all welcome you all to the Humans of Tech space. So my name is Pritesh, and I'm the founder of Humans of Tech, and I'm super excited to invite you all to this beautiful space where we're gonna talk about a lot of interesting things like the remote jobs, the job hunting phase, especially how to stay motivated in that because we have someone who is we'll talk about it later. I don't want to reveal anything. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of things we'll be talking about. So, the people who are new to Humans of Tech, I would like to give a small introduction to what this platform is. So, Humans of Tech is world's first tech storytelling platform where we share stories of people in tech who who have done something, not something great in their life, but who have something interesting to share about their life, which can add a lot of value to all the listeners and readers of Humans of Tech, is what I would like to say. So in a nutshell, I would say if you are someone who is not sure about their tech career, or if you are facing some difficulties in your career right now and not able to decide what things are going wrong, or if you are someone like me who is, uh, a keen reader or listener of stories and want to understand what were the struggles and failures of one in one's life and how they overcame, and how how they become whatever they are right now after going through a bunch of hurdles, right? And yeah, so we'll be putting a series of podcasts uh, on our platform, right? Which in different formats. So blogs are there in the written format. Then we have a YouTube channel where we post the video format of the same content, and we have the Twitter Spaces, which is the audio version of the content. Okay, right now we have already posted our first blog on thehumansoftech.com. So if you wanna read the inspiring story of Tapas Adhikari, who has like around 20 years of experience now, he has shared a lot of amazing things about tech life and his opinion on what are things going on in tech. Is written by Vishal. So shout out to Vishal. Vishal is in Humans of Tech team. If you also want to join Humans of Tech team, just ping me and we'll talk and work around. And I guess with that, I would like to start the space for the evening. I guess all of the people are eagerly waiting for Sheetal to speak. And yeah, so the speaker that we have today is someone who has inspired a lot of women's in tech, and she's all over internet right now. If I say, right, so I can call her a tech celebrity right now. And today she'll be sharing a lot of interesting things about her personal and professional life on this podcast. All right. And with that, I would like to, hand over to Sheetal to give a quick introduction to our audience about who Sheetal is. Who is Sheetal, basically. Yeah. Go.
Hello, everyone. I hope now I am audible very clearly to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Pritesh. First of all, inviting me. And I'm not a internet celeb or YouTube. I'm not that. It's just I started my journey, and I am just trying my best to share it with a lot of people that I can. So yeah, that's it. And about me, so currently I'm working as an SD1 with Tala. uh, I like to learn, I like to explore, I love to dance, and I am a very people person. I love to interact with you all, and I love to tweet. So yeah, this is pretty much about me. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the quick introduction. And Sheetal, like, tell me how does a day in a Sheetal's life look like from day to night? What are the things that you do?
Yeah, so it's very different from those college days. Now I'm not a night owl. I wake up at around 7:30 or 7, around that. Then I do some kind of chit chat with my dad, and we both enjoy that. That's the favorite part of my day. because I start my day with him. Then usually I what I do is I love, as I already mentioned, I love to write. So I try to write something in the morning, if something is going in my head, like if you guys have seen. So I tweeted a lot in, like, during the morning time and all. Then I start my office, and yes, just a normal office day. In the evening I do, I love to talk with my sister, so I talk to her. I like, it's just like, if you are doing a remote job, then you have a lot of perks, and literally I'm trying to, use that all very very mindfully, because I know this time is never going to come again. So I do that, and in the evening I do some lead code, or either a personal project thing, or just a normal day. And yes, that's how I spend my day.
All right. Interesting day for a remote job person to, start. So it's hard to find people who are not a night owl in tech world. But yeah, nice to hear that. People.
Yeah, like for me it's max 12, 12:30, sometimes 1, sometimes, like, very rarely, but I try to sleep around 12:30 or something, before 12.
I see. Cool. So Sheetal, let's talk about your childhood. Can you give us some glimpse about your childhood?
Yeah, so I was always, I used to be a very studious student during my school days. I was doing well in my academics as well as in other activities. I used to play wushu kung fu. I was a, national player, and then I used to participate in a lot of competitions also, like, as I mentioned, I love to dance. So it's like, I did everything during my school days, whether it's, I talk about academics or in other extracurricular activities. So yes, my childhood is basically, I would say, I did, I was involved in sports also, I was in academics, I was learning some, basic things also, like, I used to enjoy that drawing things and all. I used to sketch also. So these things all I did till my 10th class. And after 10th, uh, as we all know, like, if you're preparing for JE, everything just, I stopped everything, and I completely focused on JE preparation. But yes, it didn't well, it didn't went well for me, I would say, because I didn't perform well in JE. So yeah.
Cool. So since we are already talking about your 11th, 12th, and JEs, right? Let's talk about that phase of your life. So can you brief us more about that phase of life? Like how was it and what went wrong and stuff?
Actually, what went wrong is, what I learned after that, or during that phase, is that you can't win in everything. Everything is not for you, and it's okay sometimes to, have those setbacks in your journey. It's completely okay. uh, when I gave my first attempt, I didn't even clear the mains. In the second attempt I cleared the mains, and then I got like, my college, the government college. So the thing is, what I realized is, maybe that was not for me. Maybe I was not well prepared, or it's just like, I tried my best, but I can't do anything. Like, whatever happened just happened. Like, sometimes you always try to give your best, but that thing is not in your destiny, or it's just like, you, whatever you can do on your end, but you can't control everything. So yeah. And the basic thing is, definitely I was not well prepared. So yes.
All right. Interesting. So since you told about that uh, few things are not meant to be for you, so it's fine if you accept the thing that you have and move ahead with whatever you have. I agree with that particular fact that you shared, but I want to ask how your family supported this entire thing, because when you are in 11th and 12th, I guess that is the most stressful situation for a parent also, because that decides your entire career trajectory from 11th 12th to whatever they do in their future.
Yes, yes. So I want to say one thing here, that, uh, parents can also be sometimes real, you know. They can also affect your mental health or all those things. But gratefully, I'm so blessed. My parents never did this thing to me. They were very clear: whatever you want to do, just do it. If it's gonna work, we all will clap for you, and if it's not gonna work, that's okay. That's completely okay. We'll find some other way. So I always say this, like, I am truly, like, touch wood, I'm truly blessed with this family, because they never put any kind of pressure on me. They never forced me for anything. I was the one who wanted to be the engineer, because no one from my family is engineer, and I'm the first one. So that was my dream, and everyone just accepted it, and everyone was like, okay, if you want to do it, just do it. We are here for you, and we will always support you. So this is the best case with me. But I have also seen, like, so many of my friends, they were there just because of their parents, because their parents were forcing them to, prepare for JEE, be in IIT or NIT or something like that, but their passion was something else. So yes, in my case, I feel so lucky.
Completely agree with you. Parents play a really important role. They are like your support system, because that is the time that when you are super low in terms of your mental situation, because you are also doing a lot of things, your parents are doing and they're saying a lot of things, relatives are doing a lot of things. Relative play a major role in India, I would say, because they say a lot of things and then that affects your parents and things go wrong and right
Yes,
around.
because you can feel like that was my dream. I wanted to be in IIT, NIT, or in a tier one college, but I didn't perform well, or something happened with me. I don't know. I was very upset. I was very depressed. But they were like, "It's okay. Try for something else. You can do that. It's okay." They didn't make me feel like I was a failure. So that is more important.
Completely agree with you, Sheetal. Like it, it doesn't happen with a lot of Indian students right now. As you said, like you are blessed that you have such a wonderful parents, and I hope, like in upcoming generations, parents will be, moving along with their children rather than they think like humne what they have done in their life. They are doing the same with their children, but they are not able to understand the differentiation between the age that they have. But okay, cool. Anything else you want to speak about, for what happened, like after you what you decided after you were not able to clear JE? What was the next step that you took?
Okay, actually, the scene was, I wasn't ready. I wasn't convinced that I will join the private college in Indore, because I was like, I prepared for JEE. Like, I gave another year to JEE, and I don't want to be in any private college now, because first, they'll take a lot of money, and I don't want to overburden, my father because of my fees and all. So that was the first concern. And the second thing was, I don't want to be around those people who even didn't clear JE mains. So I don't know, but this was in my mind. So I convinced my father that I don't want to join any private college in Indore, and he was not ready to send me to Bangalore or any other place, because he was like, "No, we are not okay with it. And if you want to take any college, you can take it in Indore or near Indore." So I was like, okay, because I didn't perform well in JE, so I have to accept this thing. If I could have done that, then definitely I had the option to go to Bangalore also. But but as the story, uh, I didn't have that option. So I chose the government college near Indore. Like, my college was in Ujjain, so I chose that. Uh, when me and my parents, when first visited my college, literally, we all three were like, "Oh my God, uh, I don't think so. Like, it's not possible for me to come here." Then my father was like, "No, Sheetal, you can't go there. We know you. It's okay to take a private college in Indore. We are all okay with it, and don't think about fees and all those stuffs." I was like, "No, I don't want to join any private college. I am going there." Initially, even I was not prepared. I was very depressed, because after seeing the infrastructure and everything there, it's actually very, depressing. But then I accepted it. I was like, it's okay, maybe this is what is in my destiny, and something good is waiting for me. So let's start with it. like whatever is coming along the way, just accept it and move on. So definitely it took around 2 to 3 months for me just to accept this fact that I am I am gonna be the part of this college for the next 4 years, and this is gonna be my college and everything. So it was depressing, but yes, with time I just accepted it and move on. So yeah, this is how I started my college journey.
I see. I have a one, cross question that why so there was an option for you to choose a private college instead of government college. So what was in your mind that you want to choose this only and not the private one?
The first one, as I mentioned, is fees, because they are charging a hell lot of money, and I don't want to. To be very honest, I don't support this, and I was not ready for this thing at that time. Even now, also, I think so. Like they charge a hell lot of money, and which is not good. So I don't want that. The first thing because of money, and second thing because of crowd and everything. Because when you will be in the private college, like what I can say, like huge crowd, and people will be there with, they haven't cleared even JE. So it's better to be there with those people at least who have cleared JE, or they have certain goals in, in their life. Their father don't own a grand business, on, like you can understand.
Okay, okay. I'm getting where you're going.
Yeah.
Cool. We won't discuss that in detail. Cool. So now you are in college, so you chose the government college and you accepted the fact that this is what it is, and let's move ahead in the life. So let's talk about your college life now. So tell me the experience that you had on your first day of your college, if you remember.
Yes. So actually, I didn't go to college on the first day. I went there after like around after 1 month. Like when actually college started, I went to college after 1 month, exactly 1 month. So every I was like, okay, and like classes, normal classes were going on, and I was just attending everything, and it was so bad. And I was like, dude, no, I'm not going to waste my time here. You have to think about something else. Just, you know uh, find some good friends here if you can, or talk to some other people with you whom you can connect, or can have a that that what I can say, that like-minded people. So go and search for them. So it's just like I tried my best, but I didn't make so many friends during this 4 years. I just have around 3 to 4 friends from my college, and in the second year, two of them left the college because one of them appeared for that lawyer exam, I don't know. So he went for that exam, so he cleared that and he left the college, and the second one is currently in NIT Jaipur. So I was left only with, I left with only two friends during this 4 years. I didn't make a lot of friends. I didn't join any those what programs and clubs. Actually, they don't have any clubs, but I even didn't join those so-called, fake clubs even. So this is this is how my college was. But it's okay, like I am completely okay with it, because they didn't have any 75% attendance criteria or all. So it was very good for me, and it worked well for me, so I'm happy. No regrets and no complaints.
That's the best part of government college, right? Like
Yeah.
kind of a remote job for a student. You can do whatever you want to do
Yes,
alongside.
very less fees, and no 75% attendance criteria. So you have a hell lot of time to work on yourself, do something for your development, upskill yourself, and then jump in this
Yeah,
very
that
very
is something that
it.
you need to. Yeah, exactly, Sheetal. Sorry to cut you here, but uh, this is what like you have to choose your life. Life doesn't choose you, right? The way you said that. Nothing was there in your side. Everything is something that you have to do it on your own. I'm interested in listening to you said your friends, you had some friends and then they went away out of college and then you were left with very few of the friends. Then what was next, like how you were able to find a lot of opportunities while being in a government college, because I've seen your LinkedIn. So I was not able to find a gap where you were not working professionally in your career. So everything, like all 4 years were like packed with some or other things. I want to listen to that.
Yeah, so Pritish, one thing is when you have very less options, right? When you know the reality and when you have accepted it, if you suppose, like this was very much clear in my mind from the very beginning that if I'll not do internships, and if I'll not do, if I'll not do this much hard work, or if I'll not be active in the community and all, then definitely I'm not gonna get anything after this 4 years. This 4 years is completely gonna be a waste of time, and I was not, I was very much, what I can say, I was very much stiff about that, that I'm not going to let this happen, because this is now in my hand how I want to, mold my career. And this is completely, I am the person who is responsible for whatever is going to happen with me. So I accepted this thing, I accepted the reality, and then I started all these things. So, yes.
All right. Uh, cool. It's great. Like if you listen to all the people in your top mate or your LinkedIn and stuff, the only reason you'll find is they were not able to figure out what they want and what where to go and stuff and how to start and everything like. So uh, eventually you only have to figure out and you did it. And I want to understand how you got your first internship. First of all, how you studied in this, because as you said, you had a not so good college, right? So how you managed to study the technical things and stuff.
Okay, so actually, when I started my college, before that, I had a conversation with some of my friends who were with me when I went to coaching for for the first attempt of JE. So when I was preparing for JE, I had some friends from there, and they are connected with me on Instagram. So I talked to them, and they informed me learn some programming languages first, and then start with projects and all. So they suggested me to join the class, offline class in Indore. So it was a paid course or something. So I paid for that around 3K and around 3K 4K. So that's how I started with C++, and then I learned Java, and then COVID came. So when COVID started, I literally wanted to, I literally, was very much focused, and I was like, no, this is the uh, golden time for me, and I have to use it, because you don't have to worry about college, you don't have to worry about exams or anything. It's just you can focus uh, on those things which are actually required for the industry. So that's what I did during the COVID time. And that was actually that changed everything for me, because I was exploring web development at that time. I was learning Java also. And then someday I came across this post on LinkedIn where I got to know about the first internship opportunity. And then I emailed her, and I had an interview and it went well. So it's all started like this. So yeah.
I see. Interesting. So Sheetal, this the opportunity that you were talking about, that is the cold DMing, the recruiter. Is it the Technosoft Informatics, the first internship that you had?
No, it was the Hotwax one. Actually, I don't count Technosoft Informatics because that was not the paid one. That was not the paid one. I did all those work unpaid, and actually, I built the website for someone. Actually, they are kind of relatives or something like that. That's why I don't count it always. I started it with Hotwax, and I emailed her, like their recruiter. So that is the actual paid work that I started with Hotwix.
I see. Interesting. So I saw that you were, a part of some community, like you were a part of this company called Progate as a community enabler. So what is this opportunity? How you got it and how it, helped you?
Yeah, so actually, in the first year, I met one of my friends. She was working for GirlScript also and Progate. I met her in one of the GirlScripts event, and there, like, we had a good conversation, and she got to know about me, and everything went well. So she was in GSITS Indore. It's one of the college in Indore. So one day she called me and she's like, Sheetal, we want to host this event in your college also. So are you interested to host it for your college? I was like, okay, sure, this is the opportunity for me. And in this way I can build connections, I can increase my visibility on LinkedIn, and overall it's an opportunity, it was an opportunity for me. So I grabbed that, and that's how I started with Progate. And I hosted so many events in my college and all over India also. So yeah.
I see. So you mentioned about GirlScript, right? Can you elaborate what this thing is and how can people leverage the, I guess it's an open source contribution community or open source contribution project or something like that. I'm not sure. Can you, elaborate about that?
Yeah. So I participated in this competition after, it's not a competition, it is open for all. If you will apply for their open source program, definitely you will be selected. There is no criteria for selection and all. So after second year, when I was, kind of very familiar with React or web development and all, by that time I haven't started creating projects with Java and all. So when I participated in this program, so I contributed to the open source projects basically related to React or web development. So they conduct this program every summer, and I think so. If you are a complete beginner in open source and if you want to contribute, you all can contribute there. It is open for all.
I see. How was your experience? How many months you did and like what you got after that?
Yeah, so I think I did that for around 2 to 3 months, and my experience was good because this was not in my mind that this is a small open source program and this has not so much value or all. This was not in my hand. I was like, I got the opportunity, just use it, because at that time everyone was like so much into open source, and there was a hype about open source that time. So I was like, okay, this is the opportunity for me. Just try to contribute in some of the projects. Definitely, I learned some new things. And during those 2 to 3 months, I I was very familiar with what I can say, like uh, Git and GitHub was like, after the program was very good with me, and it's overall it's a good experience. And if you're a beginner in open source and if you want to experience how real, like how people work on real projects, so it's a good chance for you.
Understood. I guess this will this should promote people should know about programs like this so that people can learn Git and GitHub and they don't uh, they are lacking most of the time in this part of it, contributions and stuff, what company is looking for. So if you are a beginner, if you are someone who is new to tech and is searching for experience that the companies ask for, they ask for this kind of experience where you have worked in some production code base along with your Git and GitHub skills and stuff. You should participate in this kind of programs that can help you make your resume better comparatively to the other students, because very less number of people leverage this kind of opportunities as Sheetal did, right? Cool. So I want to talk about your this next internship, the Hotwax one, or like what the company does, and what type of work you had there. Was it a remote?
No, no, it was in office internship. First
I
three
see.
months were remote, and then when COVID was over and everything was okay, we went to the office, and it was an amazing experience. Because now I can feel, because as now I'm working completely, remote, and I had this experience of in office also. So it was an amazing experience. So their product is Hotwax Commerce, which is a omni-channel order management system. And at that time they have just started working on that product, and I did the integration, like complete integration of their product with one of the courier service, which you all know, maybe UPS. So I did that work, and it was a complete, I was the owner of that module. So that's what I worked there. And yes, during that time I learned this very, not so famous, but I think so many of you have heard about Offbis. It's a open source framework of Apache. And I learned Moki there. It is somehow similar to of this. So it's Java based framework, and it was good. Like, I learned something new.
I see. I hope you had an amazing. It was a 9 month internship, right?
Initial 3 months were training, and then I did 6 months internship with them.
I see. So, during this time, was it your college active?
Actually, no college. Yeah, that time no college, because my college started in second semester of third year. So that's when actually classes started, and the reason why I left that internship was college only, because at that time I was very much uh, worried about my CGPA and all. It was very low. At that time, I think it was around 7.023 something. So I was very worried about that. So I left the internship, and I was like, no, just focus on CGPA now. Otherwise, it's gonna be mess, and you will not get good opportunity, because I experienced that. Like, my resume was good, everything was good, but I was not getting selected. So then someday someone told me, Sheetal, focus on your CGPA also. It also matters a lot. And if you have a 8 plus or 8.5 plus, then you will be on the safer side. So focus on your CGPA also. Don't be this like, okay, I'll study for exams in those last days of. So don't do that. Focus on CGPA also. So yeah, I left Hotwax, and then I took a 6 month break. I did, focused on my college studies, and I was also preparing for internships also, because by that time my DSA was not so strong. So I was dedicating a lot of time to in practicing, lead code and all. So yeah, that 6 month break actually worked for me, because I got a time to upskill myself, to focus on my college studies, and to do a lot of other things also that I did during that period. Like, I attended a lot of conferences, hosted events, and all.
I see. So, since you already spoke about attended events and hosted events, let's talk about what events that you went to, and what were the learnings that you had, and why one should go to this kind of conferences.
Okay, so this all started in June 2022, when I went to Delhi for GitHub Field Day. It was an amazing experience. I met a lot of great people, and from there I started everything related to community, or focusing on either personal brand, creating content, and it actually helps, because when you have good connections, uh, you will get referrals soon, and uh, you can contact someone, you can ask them to help you, or it's overall increasing your visibility also, because people will know you. People will say, okay, okay, I know her, she is doing great work, I can vouch for her. So it's something like that. uh, I think so. If you're active in community, definitely it is going to help you in some way, but you have to be very mindful about that. Like, where are you going, what you are doing, and with people whom you are interacting with, what actually they are doing, is it also matters a lot. So don't be just like uh, go when someone said attend all community events, and you are like, okay, I am going in each and every community event. No, this is not gonna help you. So we have to be very choosy in these things also. Yeah, all through Twitter, I applied for GitHub Field Day. I came across one of the posts, and I applied for it. Then my application got selected. Similarly, for the React India, uh, I got to know through Twitter only. There was a very long application. Like, it took me around 2 to 3 days to completely, to complete that application. And they selected only three students from all over India. I don't know how many applications they got. I After that, I got to know, like, around 200 applications they received, and they selected only three students, which are completely like, who were completely sponsored to be there. So I was one of them, and it was an amazing experience. I met a like so many good people, and they're doing great in their work or in community and everywhere. So I built a very good connections because of these conferences.
I see. And it boosts your confidence also, right? If you are around people like you, or people who are doing much better in your like than whatever you're doing in your life. You just feel great, being in their surroundings, right?
Yes, it always motivates us, right? Because
Exactly.
you feel like if they have selected you, definitely you have something. So it motivates. It always motivates.
Yeah, true. So Sheetal, I'm interested in knowing that how how you started Twitter, because as a student, the first social media app that we install is Instagram, right? Not Twitter. Twitter is something that it doesn't come that easy for a student.
Yeah, so I started Twitter like very actively, I think in 2022 only. I was on Twitter before that, but I was not very active. I started using it actively from 2022. And I think it's a very nice place to be. People are so good here, especially from the tech Twitter community. I love this community. So yes, I enjoy being here.
You went to a bunch of conferences, and you said that you also hosted few of them, right? The first event that you hosted would be the one with Progate, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, uh, by like the Progate one was not something that I am interacting with the audience or all. It was completely online because it was in the COVID time. Uh, and when I say actual hosting, like when you are on the stage and you are interacting with hundreds of people, I did that for the first time in Indore. It was the GDG event, like GDG Cloud event, and I was the host. So
Online or
yes.
offline?
It was offline. Like I was on the stage and around 500 people were there. So yes, it wasn't. I was very nervous, but then I tried my
When
best.
I was going through, your profile, and also we also had a word. You said that you were part of first, like you hosted first Bhopal, right, in Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah,
So
I hosted
how
first.
how you got that opportunity? Someone reached out to you that hey, you can do it, or what was the thing?
Yes, so Gantavya Malviya, who is in Amazon right now, he was the organizer of that conference for Bhopal First specifically. So he got to know about me through this event also, that GDG one, and people were talking about me. They were impressed, and everyone was saying that I engaged the audience very well and all that. So he contacted me and he said, Sheetal, would you be interested to host Bhopal First also? Because we received very good feedback from the people who attended GDG Cloud event in Indore. So I was like, okay, sure, like I'll come there.
Related to open source and stuff like that, right? Because the first meaning of first is also open source and stuff. So, I would like to ask you, when you were like hosting and you were doing things like that, what was going on in your professional career? Like, there are two things going along with your what was your family's reaction on this? I want to know that the things that you were doing all around your
Yeah.
college.
Actually, I have a very funny story to tell here. When I got selected for that that GitHub Field Day in Gurgaon, like this event happened in Gurgaon, and this was for the first time when I was going outside of Indore for some work-related thing. And my father was like, "I'll go, I'll come with you." I was like, "No, I can go on my like." I am 22, you can trust me and I can go, okay? And then he's like, no, I'll not allow you to go alone. I'll come with you. And I was like, no, please, you have to accept this time. Trust me, I'll be safe. I'll come. Like, don't worry about all these things. I'll take care of myself. So he's like, okay, we are trusting you this time. If anything happens, then we are not gonna allow you for the next time. So please be careful about this. I was like, okay. I was very very anxious, and those 2 days actually I one of my friend is there, so I went to her place and I stayed there. So all like my parents were okay, she is there, so she's okay and all. For the first time I traveled alone to Delhi. I traveled to alone, like I am traveling alone from my 8th class. So this is for the first time to Delhi, and you all know about like how people think about Delhi and all. It's very unsafe for especially women and all. So yeah, that's how it started, and eventually, when I got the offer, then I got accepted for React India. I went to Goa, and after Goa, I got selected for Bhopal. Then I went to Bhopal, and it's keep going on and still going on.
I guess the first, uh, your first trip to Delhi was something, boosted your parents' confidence in you that, okay, Sheetal can do it alone. She's,
She
you know,
can manage herself. She can
exactly.
manage everything, and she can do these things alone also. So don't think much.
That's what it's nice that your parents also understood this thing that, okay, she is, she can do it, right? That not every parent thinks like that. They are like, okay, this time you go, next time you won't, and stuff like that, right?
Yes, yes. It's very, that what we can say R or par, no other option.
Yeah, true. It's like parents are very skeptical about that girl, especially to go out and because they are typical Indian parents. So yeah,
Yes, things with girls are very different.
yeah,
We can't go outside of our home after 10, or we can't go outside of home and say, okay, aata hu. We can't behave like this.
yeah. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, they were calling me, when I was in Delhi, they called me for around 15 to 20 times in the entire day, because they were like, okay, she is there for the first time, and be careful. Are you okay? Uh, tell, like, they also had my friend's number. So it's not good for us, but it's
Yes,
okay. We
fine.
have to accept it.
When
This
you will become a parent, you'll also be doing the same, I guess.
And I accepted this. This world is not for us. So it's okay. It's completely okay. No
True.
problem.
All right. So how's things going now, right? If you want to go out now, let's say you want to go UK now, what will your parents say?
Oh, my papa will say, when? How? And he'll be like, conference hai, you have to allow me. So it's just like now it's very normal in my home. They know it very well, that if it's something related to work, so obviously, so they'll allow me.
I see. And one more thing, I just want to add it here. Like, how would you explain what you do at conferences? It's like super difficult. If my mom asks, like, what you do exactly, just tell me. I'm not able to understand why you go every weekend here and there.
I think I try to explain them in their language, like what they understand. So I usually tell them I'm going there to interact with people who are from my profession, and who are doing better than me. So I want to interact with them. I want to talk with them to learn more, to understand things better, and something like that. And they usually understand this because my family, my extended family, like most of my extended family, is into business only, and they attend a lot of conferences, so they know how conferences are and what people do there. So it's just like, okay, these things are also in her profession, so it's fine.
I see. Nice. I usually tell them that if I go there, I'll get a referral and I'll get a high paying job after that. If you want me to see earn more money, you just let me go.
I also do this.
Yeah, true. Cool. Uh, cool. So, can you tell me about? I think that you had an internship in Bangalore also. Was it an online or offline one?
It's a remote one.
Remote. Okay, I see. What like that was in which year of your college?
uh, in the fourth year starting. I started with first
Fourth
semester.
year. I see. That is SenSight Technologies, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How you got this opportunity?
So, as I told you about my that 6 month break, during that 6 month break, I was applying for internships also, because I knew this. If I want to take internship after 6 months, I have to start applying by now, because it will take months to get actually what I want. And now the level is up, because I already did one internship and I wanted everything more than that. So I was very clear, this role I want, and in this tech stack I want, or like this much compensation or pay I want this time. So I was applying during those 6 months, and I got selected for around 3 to 4 internships also. I interviewed, I cleared, and then I hit the I had the option to choose one. And this company was good. It was the complete remote, and my CTO was awesome person. Everything went well. So that's how I started in the beginning of my fourth year.
I see. Was it from LinkedIn?
No, no, this is the very underrated platform, which is Cut Short. I got this opportunity through Cut Short. They approached me.
I see. They only approached you. You had a profile on that platform or
Yes,
something?
yes, yes. So many
I
people approached me through that platform.
I see. So guys, note it down if you want to, if you are hunting for jobs. So there are some underrated platforms. If you want to go away from the crowd, you can just try this out. Right. Nice. So you did this for around 5 months or something, right?
Yeah,
So this was your fourth. So what was this time when you were having this SenSight wala internship?
it's fourth year. Fourth year is going on, and parallelly I'm also applying for other internships, because after this, uh, I have to start my last internship, which will be in the last semester of the college. So I was looking for that also. So I kept applying always. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter to me whether I was doing internship or not, or I am in that hibernation phase. It didn't matter me. I was always applying. So in September, I applied for Tala, and in December, I got the interview call, and in January, I started my last internship with them.
Okay, we'll get back to Tala, but I have an interesting question to ask you. So since you are in fourth year and you are doing a lot of internship, and this fourth year you have already done a lot of things, which was not expected from a student from a tier three college. I want to ask, when you go to college during this time, what was your perception like when you see other people struggling to even do, even 5% of what you did? What do you think about those students that you had around you in your college?
Actually, I didn't have this much time to focus on other people because I was so busy with myself. So sorry for this, but I never got a chance to think about all this uh, because I already had a plan, and so many things were going in my head. So I I didn't do all these things. Um, I went to college in fourth year. I think only for few days in a month, just for MSTs or for exams only. I didn't go to college in the last year. So yes, I would say I was I was completely isolated. Yes.
I see. You were in your own world during that time.
Yes, yes, I was in my own world and I was just doing my own things. Even still now, I don't think about other things. I am happy with myself. I am very happy in my own world, and it's going great. I just want to, I just do one thing always, uh, pray for others, help them, and wish them well. That's it. That's all we can do.
Yeah, that's all we can do. But as you said, you had some one or two friends which were in your college, right? So I want to ask you, what was the placement scene in your college? Because you were already like you knew that you're not gonna do this placement, campus placement thing, right?
Yeah, so we all knew this from the very, like from the first year on only, that no expect that we can't expect anything from college, and we can't expect good on campus placement. So that was very much clear. So my two friends, actually one of them was involved in gate preparation and all. So she was doing that thing only, and I was the one doing internships and attending events and doing all blah blah blah. And the other one was like she was confused that she want to do job or not after college. And like she was happy with whatever she was doing that time, and she's happy uh, now also. So yeah, we all had a different plans. We all were not competitors of each other. We were very good friends, and we all three always supported. So yeah, I made very few friends, but they are very good, and we will always support each other. Doesn't matter where we are or where we'll be. And when I talk about on-campus placements, so only service-based companies come to my college. And this time the highest package offered by one of the service based company was 8 lpa, and only one company offered this package. Rest all of the companies offered 3 to 4 lpa, that's max. And I think around only 10 companies came for college placements. And by service based companies, I didn't mean TCS, Infosys, Wipro. These all companies don't come there. TCS has boycotted my college. So now you can see, even no mass hiring is there. So that's the actual case. Oh yeah, that's why I did. I started all this way before, because I knew this is gonna happen after 4 years.
Throw much of the light in like the way you applied for the this companies and thing happened to you and stuff like that, because now if you see the job market is really really bad. And I've seen people crying out loud that they are not getting jobs, not getting jobs, not getting jobs. And you being from tier 3 college, what would be your suggestion to people like these kind of people? I know you might have like getting a lot of DMs and top mate calls on this, and I just want you to give a generalized answer for all these people.
Yeah, so in one sentence, what I can see is I can feel you, because I was dealing with same things, and I actually convinced myself that I am going to be unemployed. Literally, that phase was very bad, very bad. Like I was not getting any opportunity. I was not even my resume was not selected at any place. So this was very depressing. And at one point, literally accepted this, that I'm going to be unemployed, and I don't want to be a part of this service based company, and I don't have any other offers from PBC. So it's okay, just accept it and move on, because that's what I can do is keep working hard. I don't have any other option, and I can't control all these things, because this is all what I can control is just do whatever you are doing. Just keep doing that good work, and you will get the result. And I always say this: what goes around comes around. So yes, we can't control all these things, and I know it is very depressing. It is very it's literally can affect a hell lot of things, but it's okay. That's all I can say to everyone. I was also in the same phase when when nothing was confirmed from the Tala side, that whether I'm getting that FT offer or not. To be very honest, at that time I was like, no, I am leaving this internship right now, because I'm not going to do this. I have to start preparing for other job right now, because if I start now, then I can think about anything else in the coming 3 4 months. And now, as you can understand this, if you are doing internship, you can't dedicate that much time to practicing lead code or personal projects and all. It's very obvious, because you are dedicating 8 hours of your day there, and after that, if someone will say you 8 hours again spend on your personal projects or lead code, this is not possible. And I started asking my manager in the month of May that whether I'm getting offer or not. I want your decision by the end of May, because I have to start preparing for other jobs if you are not giving me the FT. So that time was so bad for me, and I still remember that night when I cried for all night just because of this thing, that no, it's not working, nothing. I felt so hopeless. So it's completely okay if you are going through the same phase. Definitely, your time will come. It's just wait for the right time and be prepared. Always be prepared, because you never know when you will get that one mail or one link for the online assessment. So always be prepared for that. That's what I can say.
All right. So whatever you guys are going through, if you are into this job hunting phase and stuff, you are not alone. First of all, understand this thing. As Sheetal said, this is just the phase that you need to, understand and leverage the time that you have during this time, and take some wise decisions for your life and spend your time wisely. If you do that, you can be, the next person who will be getting a new, like a good, really good job and have a really good professional career, as Sheetal said. Um, cool. Ashita, I want to ask your routine, like when you were in, like, before Tala and after the last internship you had, right? I forgot the name. It is SenSight, right? Uh, so I want to ask, what was your routine like? What you used to do? As you said, you were totally isolated from the external world.
Yeah.
How, like, what was your routine, and how was your family, supporting in this time of yours?
Actually, I informed my mother, don't say anything to me that do that work or do these things and all. I'm not going to help you in anything because I need to concentrate on my studies now. Uh, and she supported me. She said, okay, just focus on your studies. We all not going to disturb you. Uh, so yeah, that's how they supported me. In the morning, I used to do lead code questions and all during the daytime, like from 12 to 5 you can say, because my internship time was only 5 hours in the autobiz in SenSight Technologies was only 5 hours. So in the daytime I do that, and in the night again I did lead code because my projects were good, and I was like, I know, like I'm good enough in development, just focus on DSA. As I mentioned a lot of times in podcast also, that I was not well prepared with the DSA thing. So that time I just focused on DSA only.
I see. As you said that you had some good projects. Can you elaborate that statement?
Yeah, so I started with development first. I mentioned this before also, that I started with development first, and first I learned web development and React, basics of React and all, and then I learned JSP, Hibernate, Spring Boot, and like your JSP servlets and other things related to Java and all. So I created a good kind of like good project. So everyone suggested me, don't think about development now, because you already said that your resume is getting selected almost at every at every place you are applying for. So don't think about development now, just focus on DSA because you are not able to clear OAs, so that is more important. Focus on DSA only, this is the golden time for you. And by the end of by the end of the third year definitely you need internship, so focus on DSA only. And that's what I followed, and I think that was the best decision, that I was just, very much into lead code things that time. I actually maintained the streak that time of around 3 to 4 months.
I see. Interesting. You worked hard on your DSA skills during that time, right?
Yes, I think so many people here and like us, so many people know where they are lacking, but they don't want to work on those things. I don't know why, but people usually refrain themselves from accepting things. I think first uh, thing which is important is to accept where you are lacking or what things you actually need to work on. So first accept that and make a proper plan, like how you are gonna be good in this particular stuff that you think you are not good enough. So make a proper plan and just execute it, because if you keep thinking and you will just and you don't execute it, then nothing is gonna happen. So many people will come give you gyan and then they'll go. So it's important to start as soon as you can with a proper plan.
Yeah, agree with you, Cheetal. So also limit yourself from taking a lot of gyan, because gyan will take time. Get started with things after taking some gyan. Just don't just take gyan from people.
Yes, yes, yes. Just talk to 2 or 3 people. I think it's more than enough.
Yeah, true. And also whoever you choose to talk with, just that decision also you have to think, because there is a pool of people, there is a pool of knowledge out there on the internet right now. then you just have to,
Meet
choose the person that, okay,
so
she,
many people.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So many people are there. You have to decide like who is the right for you, who with whom you can relate more. That is more important.
Exactly, exactly. All right. So you also, Sheetal, had a lot of top mid calls these days, right? So what is the one thing that you think like people are doing really wrong that they shouldn't be doing?
What I realized or what I analyzed after doing this 30 plus calls around, actually, people spend so many time in thinking only. Like, they're just like, what should I do? What should I do? I'm so confused. I am not able to make a proper plan. Can you please help me? What resources should I follow and all? Like, they just keep on thinking, thinking, thinking. But I don't know why they do this. Dude, just open your laptop and start coding. Don't think about all these things. You all resources are available online. Everything is available online. Even you don't need a mentor these days, to be very honest, because people are posting a very good threads like me. So you can read those threads and start working. So stop procrastinating. Stop thinking like you are so confused. That's why you are not able to start. No, you are just making excuses. So stop that and start working. That is more important. And you should know where to stop also. Because some students are like, I'm learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript from the past 4 months. Now what should I do? I'm like, oh my God, 3, 4 months. Nice. So you should always know when to start and when to stop. That is more important.
Yeah, yeah, true. And if you are still stuck, then first of all, follow Sheetal. She shares amazing threads on her profile. I guess most of the people in the space are Sheetal's audience, I can see. So I don't have to ask for, follow her. She is already doing great with top mate calls and stuff. I guess now you are in top 1% of top mate mentors, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Congrats for
But
that.
someone told me everyone on top mate isn't that 1%. So I don't think so. But it's a good achievement for me. So that's fine.
Oh, is it? I didn't know. Nice, nice. 30 plus calls is like great response from audience. So people are, people are, as you said, if you are relating with someone, you just connect with them. If you have 30 plus calls, that means people are relating with you, right?
Yes.
Amazing. Great to hear that, Peter. So right now, how is your life going?
It's going great. I am having fun and I'm enjoying it.
Nice.
And yes, it's going great. Touch wood.
Okay. So in Tala, you are working remotely, right? Like since how long you are working remotely for Tala?
So I started my internship in January and by July I started as an FT.
I see. So how is working remotely? You said that you worked in office also and remotely also. So how what do you think that so there are two type of people, right? So it's the people who are not in remote jobs see remote job as something amazing, like this is crazy. I also want to get, and people in remote job have also different perception about who are working in like in offices.
Yeah. So definitely everything has its pros and cons, right? uh, it's I can't say everything is so good in remote job. There are no what I can say, there are no bad things here. Definitely there are, and you have to deal with them also. So it's just like if I want to know if my manager is sitting next to me, then definitely that error will be solved in just seconds, right? But here, when you are chatting with them online or through Slack, sometimes it leads to miscommunication also. So you have to be very specific in what you are writing. It should be a clear communication always. This happened with me, like even during the call I misunderstood so many things. So being in a remote job is not easy at all. As everyone say, you are just having fun and you can open your laptop at any time. No boundaries and all. No, there are some issues also, there are some problems. And but it's okay. If I talk about in office job, then you have to be very, you have to wake up at 7 a.m. because you have to be there in office by 9 a.m. So I don't have those things with me. So it's just like, you have one thing but you can't, the grass is always greener on the other side. So that's it.
Yeah, very true. I can relate to all the points that you said right now.
Right.
Uh, right. Cool. Uh, so I just forgot to ask this question. I could have asked you when you were talking about your Tala, experience. I want to ask, like, the companies like Tala and some good, US based companies, right? Who pays you well and have a limited hiring stuff. uh, what portion of things go in what direction? What I mean is, how much portion of the resume they consider, how much portion of development projects, and your lead code skills, your communication skills. So I want you to tell me how much is of what importance.
So before that, I want to clear some things. Actually, Tala India hired their first intern with me only. Like, I'm the first intern in the Tala India team, and I'm the first one who is, fresher. Like, they only hire experienced people. I'm the first one who is not experienced. So, like, now you can understand what was the level of interviews, or what were the things with me during the internship also, because no one around me was fresher, or everyone was so much experienced, like around three plus, at least three plus. So now you can understand what was the level of things. So when it comes to like, I don't know like what is the criteria for resume selection and all, but definitely I know what they asked in interviews. They focused on low level system design. Like, I literally coded the things in during the interviews. So they were like, they focused on not only on DSA but system design also. System design was very important in the interviews.
I see. So, how much, what is the role of your communication skills and how you speak about, because even you must have figured out till now, like as you talk with many people, as you talk with the juniors and stuff, they are not a good communicator, can be a one big reason companies might say no to them even though they have a wonderful profile, right?
Yeah, definitely it matters a lot, because if you know how to convey your things, and if you are able to communicate very clearly whatever is going in your head, so definitely it's a plus point. It's In the end, it's all about communication. You know how you solve the question, but if you are not able to convey the other person, then what, it's just a waste, right? So definitely communication plays a very huge role in, especially in software engineering, because you have to be very good in writing also, because you have to write technical documentation sometimes. So everyone, like, they are looking for a complete package. They are not looking for someone who can only solve code chef, code forces, or lead code questions. They want a person who can do other things also, and who is very good overall, not just in one thing.
I see. Yeah, true. Like, you have to be an overall package because that's what the expectation is from you. Uh, right.
Yeah.
Cool. So I've seen, like, I contacted you around like 2 months back or something. Like, I followed you or something. So since then, in last 2 years, a lot of things happened with you, right? You were a part of a lot of podcasts. You got a lot of praise. You got a lot of hate, right? I want to talk about that part, like how you. I can call it a fame, a small fame. I believe it is a good word to take here. But I want to ask your experience that you had in last 2 months.
To be very honest, like, I these things don't affect me much. Like, I know this is just for 2 3 months and people will forget me after this, and I know this reality. So it's something that definitely I'm grateful for, because I got the opportunity to be on one of the, some of the famous YouTube channels. Definitely I'm grateful for that. But I also know this, that this is for some months, and after that people will forget you, so it's okay, it's completely okay. But yes, when I saw that comments, some of the comments were very disgusting. Literally, people don't think about this, that some other person is reading that and it can affect their mental health also. And it actually affected me a lot, because people are so bad and they don't think, they don't give a second thought even, like what they're writing and how they can write all these things, like so much negativity. Karma is a bitch, please. We should always remember that. I don't know why there is so much hate for females. I don't understand this. When men are making money like all their lives, we all have been always okay with this. We always supported them, and we always, be okay with that fact that they're making more money than us. But then why they can't do that? Like, some men can't do this, definitely. A real man always support a successful, opinionated and strong women, but some men, I don't know why they keep doing this and why they want to spread this much negativity. This is very disturbing, to be very honest, and I don't like this at all. uh, because I don't think so it is only in the hands of women to make this world a better place for them. We need you also, we need the other gender also to make this place at least, where we can be happy, or where we can say, okay, this is what I achieved and everyone is supporting us. No, they don't do that. So this is very, very disgusting and very disheartening also.
Yeah, true. And it's disrespecting, and it's we, like me as a man, I would like to say this is something, like every time we see like a good man, I would say, see things like this, it's disheartening for us as well, because of this kind of things. There is a lack of trust in women, that okay, if you're going out alone or something like that, people are seeing you and stuff like this, because of these kind of things that some shit people do around. And that's why the that is, women that don't find spaces to be safer for themselves because of this kind of people.
Yes.
Okay, we can't handle that, and it is what it is,
Yeah, this
right?
is a failure of us as a community, I think.
Yeah, yeah, true, true, right. So, Sheetal, what are your future goals? What do you think? How you see yours? I'm not asking what do you see yourself from.
Actually, someone asked this question to me today in the morning, and I was like, "Dude, I don't want to talk about this. I just want to enjoy this phase. I just want to keep learning. I want to, you know, uh, learning or interacting with new people every day. It's going great, and I want to be in this space for some time at least, because I faced a lot during those 4 years, and now I finally got some time to focus on myself. Actually, to focus on myself, to work on other things, either on personal development or in learning, either related to tech or something else. Like, I enjoy dance and I want to learn that. I have joined classes, so I just want to focus on myself now. Nothing much, nothing else. I don't want to think about other things as of now.
Interesting to know that you like dance, Sheetal. That should be a side hobby that everyone should have, so that they can, transfer their energy to somewhere else to distract themselves and make themselves happy. Right.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to keep doing on things, right? If I enjoy writing, I want to be more, better every day in that. I want to learn new things daily. Like, some days before I started with Scala, then I got to know, I talked with some of the people, like, about it. I am working on a personal project, so I started that. So it's just like I just want to focus on myself and the things that I actually enjoy. And yes, that's it.
Interesting. It's great to know that you are having a wonderful life, and touch wood, you'll have your, future to be like this only. All right. And yeah, I guess with this, I have discussed pretty much everything that people should know about Sheetal. With this note, we are closing the space for tonight. Um, So this was the episode 7 of Humans of Tech, from tier 3 college to a high paying remote job with Sheetal.